says I'm blue. Also, I don't have buttons.
So fussy already. All right, buttons. There you go. Buttons.
Open Timber.
Don't don't get too open. I'm scared.
Watch out.
And PuppyCat says hello with his butt.
Oh, of course.
Yes, you wouldn't expect any less.
His best side.
Fluffiest and best side always, just for you guys. He knows what's going on, and he already had a treat, so he's not gonna come around and ask you.
Bun buns.
So, Timmy, do you bring
Yeah.
kiddos to trick or treating?
Yeah, the kiddos went trick-or-treating.
Was it a successful trip?
It was very successful. Everybody was happy. Everybody had a blast.
Oh, how much candy did you drag home?
Oh, too much. There's a bunch.
Will they be sharing with you?
They might not know about it, but they will be.
So after tonight's streaming, there might be a certain percentage of the candy missing.
Yeah, that could be. What is going on here?
What? Is that the candy tax at the Timmy household?
Yeah,
Why?
there is a candy tax.
There.
That's what I'm going to call it. I like that. I was waiting for this broadcast. Ahoy, Captain.
Hello, Captain. And hello, everyone else.
Yes, hello, Lindsay Badger. Hello,
Uncle
Ella.
Rick. Well, hello,
Hello,
Timmy.
Uncle Rick. Hello, Molly. Oh, Molly.
Uncle.
Molly was 3 hours
Yeah,
ago.
that was. Yeah,
So was
Uncle Rick was a
Rick.
few hours. Captain's getting
Happy
turned.
Halloween.
Do we want Captain getting turned? Right? As if I know what that means.
What are you sucking on?
Huh?
Captain Rehab wants to know what you're sucking on. Suckling. Sour Patch Kids.
The watermelon. Some of Austin's favorite.
I cannot find a... I like the idea of the tightrope. I dig it. But I can't find a good reference picture.
Or you can draw a tightrope, like a person walking on a tightrope.
Yes. Today's word, by the way, for the final time for you fine folks, is risk. October 31st.
Nice.
And then I will have done all 31 days, and I am actually looking forward to November off.
Oh, what are you going to be drawing? Watermelon slices.
What? Watermelon slices. Drawing watermelon slices?
No. Captain asked me what I'm doing.
Oh. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Desiree.
Hi, Jess. How are you?
It is November 1st, so technically I am late on this one, but today was a busy day. And that is okay. I think people are fed up with us.
Too much homework?
I think she means the faithful followers. It is a lot of homework. I will say that. That is true.
But it's not like you can get demerit if you took a couple of days off. Nothing actually happened to you, right? What is there?
No, I mean, I didn't finish Sci-Fi Timber.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still here.
You didn't get a whipping?
No. But it was 50% my challenge. I think like an every other month is almost warranted. Like we did August, Sci-Fi Timber, and then Inktober. And that's every day for 3 months. You know, that's a lot of homework.
And if you fall behind, what happens?
Self-punishment, yes.
Oh, okay. Here,
If,
PuppyCat.
if you fall behind, nothing happens to you. I mean, life still rolls on. But that's the same with
The
everything.
guilt. The guilt.
The self-punishment, yes. That's why I say Futtaguk Inktober. So yeah, November, I'm probably not drawing anything challenge-wise. I might sketch or doodle here or there on the show. But I'll definitely do Archuary, since that's Lindsay and Joe's baby.
Yay.
And from there, I don't know of anything else until June tune. So might be just doing some crosswords or something while I listen to you strum the night away and tell
Or
me
argue with me.
how awful of a human being I am, and
How often do I do that?
every night,
I don't. I
every
never say
night,
you're an
every
awful human
day.
being. I only say when you belch in my ears, heck of a noise. I never say you're a bad human being.
It's no shave November. My legs beat you any day. Oh,
But
challenge.
is it keeping you warm, Des? If it is, then it's all good.
Challenge extended. Yes, just
Oh,
random art collab stuff would be fun. Yeah.
cousin
Another
Shirley Bickerson is here.
cousin Shirley and Nazim.
Oh my goodness.
Another. I want to take another stab at the Mad Lib thing, because the whole concept of it and everything is awesome, and it's a lot of fun, and people have a good time. But like Lindsay and I were talking about, the time constraint can be rough. When I did the ad lib with them on the Halloween party, we had an hour to work with. There was a lot to do that day to fit into 4 hours. But I found myself, as I was telling Lindsay, I found myself like we're a half hour into the hour before I really knew what I kind of had in mind to do. Um, I still hate mine. I felt yucky about it. Yeah, it, but
Really?
um, but I came off the broadcast. I still posted the garbage that I came up with while on camera there, and then I just sat down and did it while I watched the rest of the Halloween party. Um, yeah, and it turned out all right.
Oh, before I forget,
Hello,
I,
Jason.
I have to do the show and tell before everyone falls asleep on me.
What's the show and tell?
Well, I showed it in Joe's show, but gotta do it again here in case they weren't all at Joe and Lindsay's earlier.
Good
I
night,
hate that I always have to take this
Giz.
off, put it back on, take this off, put it back on. I finally got a frame for my very special art.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and it was gonna go on that blank wall behind me. So full of blanks right now. I want to create a little color, and luckily, I went to Target and just saw this square frame hanging about, and I have a square piece of art. This is
Yay.
the steamboat from our telethon, and
PuppyCat.
with PuppyCat at the helm. PuppyCat, the Captain PuppyCat. Full steam ahead. So this is going to go on the blank wall with those 3M ledges. I might have to rearrange them a little bit, but that's what's going to go on. Thank you, Lindsay.
So cool.
Yes,
Yes, I
appreciate
have
it.
to. I have to
I love that.
go to the Target myself and
Yeah, they have like reasonable frames. I don't have to like really go out of my way to go find some specialty store.
That's the coolest.
It is. I agree. It is the coolest ever. So, maybe he's kind of cool too because he wants attention. Hello, hello,
PuppyCat.
hello, Timmy. Hello, Lindsay.
Uh-huh.
I was excited to see it frame me out. Me too. I mean, it just such a huge difference. I mean, it's beautiful already, but once you put the frame around it, it's like another level. He wants what he's starving. He's starving. He's always starving. Oh my god. Cousin Charlie, what am I gonna do?
He wants food.
That's all he ever wants. Food. Right? Pop. Pop. You want food? I just gave you a big old stick of celery. What'd you do with it? Did you already poop it out? You can't
Poop.
eat. You cannot eat that fast. What are you blowing on? Are you watching YouTube while we're here again?
I'm trying to pull up a decent reference picture.
Or I should ask, are you watching other streams while you're with me here? Because you like to do that too. Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me. We want
Food,
food.
always. So, did you guys see the special topic that we get to argue about tonight? And I do want audience participation
I'll be
because
behind the 8 ball on this one. But I'll catch up.
with what?
The conversation.
Oh, why would you be behind? You're like right here with me. Or are you just planning on not listening and having a delay of like 20 seconds?
No,
Okay.
that
Then
was
why
only
should I
10
catch up?
seconds.
All right.
Coca-Cola.
Yes, caffeinate. And for those of you who are planning on falling asleep, if you want to participate, caffeinate as well. But if you don't, if you want to just chill, that's okay too. And I wanted to talk about this topic because, and I know that at least like Lindsay and Des and who else in the audience have been much more experienced at broadcasting than I have. So not only can you and I discuss it, because you and I are relatively new at
Yes.
this
What is
whatever
the
this
Interwebs etiquette discussion?
yeah,
Okay.
into it, yeah. Since we're still kind of newbies, um,
Yes.
especially during the last couple of months, I have seen more people getting very comfortable at making comments that are uncalled for. So there are
Trolling?
no, not trolling. I mean, those just flat out ignore. Especially with strangers, right? I mean, those does not affect me, and hopefully it doesn't bug you too much either, Tim. But if it
I don't
does,
care.
speaks. Yeah, because I think the total strangers coming in from wherever they come from, um, like Twitter or YouTube or wherever, we usually pay them no attention.
Heavenly
Um,
dew.
Hi. Oh, did she come in here
She.
already? Wait, is
No.
she here? Oh, okay. Because I didn't see her eyes. Usually come in with eyes first. But during like the last couple of months, I've been seeing like not so nice remarks. So I'm teetering between. There are two schools of thought, right? That I understand by putting us out here, the space,
Mm-hmm.
that it naturally comes with the territory, right? We should
100%.
expect that some, lots, some days more, some days less, comments are not going to be to our liking. However,
Okay.
do we are we the responsible people? Are we ever allowed to have feelings about such not nice comments?
Sure, you can have
And
feelings.
and because we are out here, do we just suck it up and move on to the next day?
Um, is are we talking about like is it comments about you while you're live streaming, or are you talking about
Sometimes I think
third
it.
party?
I don't want to call people out. That's not the intent. The intent is just to start a discussion with you, Tim, and with those in the audience who might want to participate with more or less
Uncle Rick is
experience.
here.
Uncle Rick, are you? Never mind. Don't want to know. So, for instance, I'll just use myself as an example. If somebody went online and in one of my show and say, I mean, I'm gonna use like horribly bad examples just because, okay? All of a sudden they come on and say, "Oh, you have the ugliest feet on earth."
Open feet.
Yes, if they said open feet, I open my feet, and then I get like shot down by how hideous my feet are. And
One
if
thing I
I,
never understood is why is it open feet or open bobs or what
I
open
know,
like
right?
that's
We
it
digress
doesn't
already.
sound okay. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, we can discuss that too because we only have hours here.
Yes.
Um, so is it our responsibility to simply brush it off?
Well, that all depends. So in this example, you're saying this is about you, and people's onions are irrelevant. Yeah. Um, I agree with Des. I mean, opinions are
And onions.
and onions. They're put out there. Everybody has opinions, right? You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and a lot of us voice them or make them known. Um, if we're not opinionated and we just go with the flow, then we're kind of boring, aren't we? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but
Opinions are like
I think there should be um, some. It all falls on the person, you know. Like not you. It falls on the person typing, or it falls on the person that you're. Let's just say you're in a group setting at a party or something.
mm-hmm.
Um, you would filter your mouth to
Right.
your
So okay,
guests.
let's use you as an example because you are open
Oh,
about
great.
your health struggles. You are. I mean,
Okay.
are you okay? Are you okay
Yeah.
with using yourself as the example
Yeah.
of what your most significant health struggle is? I am asking your permission now, right? I'm not just saying, you know, I know you, but you look at that one across the room. He's a recovered whatever. I would never ever do that, even though I know it's truth. Um,
Okay.
but okay, this is what I much more
You know.
sensitive
Okay.
than
I see what you're
industry.
saying. You know that I am. Um, I'm very open about my uh, alcoholism, and I share
Right,
with a lot
right.
of folks on here
Mm-hmm.
and
But
in other settings. Yes. Okay. I'm
mm-hmm.
with you.
Okay, so but you choose when is a setting that you're comfortable with to share at the right time at the right place. You control that, right?
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Like that's why I created the mental health hour, and
Mm-hmm.
I can, I do want to be open about it. I'm not ashamed of it.
And you
And
shouldn't be.
actually, to best answer this question, I just went on a little uh, soapbox, if you will, on the last episode of the mental health hour, and we did it about alcohol dependency and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said straight out that I won't, you won't hear me calling anybody else an alcoholic.
That's right.
Um,
I heard
and
that.
that's just my personal feel. Like that's my vibe. Um, because having lived through it and coming to terms with it and owning it, I protect that, and that's mine. Um, I earned it, if you will, because it was something that really I had to work at. Like just to get to the point where I was ready for help was a struggle and a work. I worked hard for that because I fought it for so long. But yeah, what I said on the show though was I'm not going to call so and so an alcoholic. even if they're in the program, uh, at a meeting with
Because
me.
you actually don't know, even though I've heard you say over and over again that you are completely comfortable talking about it and you like to help people by talking about it. I still don't
Yes,
think I have the right to say, when we're in like the next fancy Christmas party that contain all 5 million haps people, I'm still not going to say, hey Tim, that's the alcoholic over there. Like,
yeah, and I think a part of
still
that is just
inappropriate.
I think a part of that is just um yeah, like self filtering. Like uh, not a lot of people are the best at that. Um, and I
And this is
even
absolutely not about you, Tim. I'm sorry. I mean, I
no, I
sometimes
know.
the words in the comments, I don't know if they're being sarcastic with me or they actually think I'm like picking you to
Oh,
death.
I see.
It's it is not about Tim. It's more about me because I am having adverse reactions to comment, and I need you
I
guys to
highly,
help me talk it through.
I highly recommend it. I'd like to read Lindsay's. I'll say this: you don't have to brush it off, but you choose how to react. I highly recommend trying not to react hastily, but to screenshot, report, and mute block any offensive trolling behavior. You can also respectfully redirect the conversation by simply saying, "We aren't going to talk about that here," and move on. And I think if you're that's a great point. And the second sentence there sums it up. Uh, the only thing we have control over on this planet is how we react to situations. We can't control anything else. I've
Mm-hmm.
I heard that once before, and I racked my brain trying to prove it wrong and think of something else that I have control over, and it's absolutely true. We can only control our reactions to any given event or situation. Um,
I agree with that too. So if I happen to be hurt because every now and then my thick skin cream doesn't work, I'm caught off guard by some offhand comment, and I'm just like, I never react during the broadcast because it's not about me. It's about like the both of us and the entertainment or whatever that we're talking about. So the comments that flow through here, I tend to just ignore, and then
mhm.
I wait till afterwards or the next day and I think it through. And I
Yeah,
totally agree with the aspect that it is like ours to control, but there is, how do I say it? There's a way to behave um like a responsible HAPS citizen or a responsible interweb citizen.
okay.
That
So
is,
if you're keeping it on the HAPS platform, like for example, there's other live streaming places and whatnot,
yeah,
but
I'm not
let's
just saying,
just
I
talk
mean,
about
like,
HAPS.
our little community here.
If you're the broadcaster, like if it's your show, you're in charge
Hmm.
of it all the way. And
And if I'm
you
not,
hit you hit that go live button and you're putting yourself out there, sure. And you're going to get a mix of people that come in, trolls and nice people and everything under the sun.
hmm
And when it's your show, you control exactly like what Lindsay was saying. You can steer the conversation elsewhere. You can report, block, um, mute. Um, if you're watching somebody else's broadcast and you see something that you disagree with, I guess it really depends on their. It's the same thing. It's their broadcast, and they have control over it, and they can take care of trolls or whatever the case may be on their end.
and
But
specifically, I'm
if
not
they
talking about strangers and trolls. I'm talking about people
if
that I
you
know.
if you see something that offends you, and maybe the broadcaster missed it, you do have the right to report it. If you see the broadcaster themselves take personal offense and kind of get beaten down over it, you can reach out to them, especially if you know them, and see if if they want you to report it. Or I mean, I don't know. That's the way I think. I would probably text you or something and say, "Hey, this guy's being a dick and I don't like it. Can I report him, or are you okay with it?" That kind
Hmm.
of thing. But like
Yeah,
it is
it's
your broadcast and you can control what happens.
Yeah, and it's not anything that extreme. Like, you suck, and like it's not the overtly trolling type of behavior. It is the just crossing that line of being a sensitive person
Hmm.
comment. Like,
And
if you're enjoying a good time and enjoying and
oh,
relaxing, and you're
Lenny.
obviously not, hello Lenny, not into talking about your health conditions, and somebody like throws you something, or somebody makes a comment about, okay, um body shaming. I
Okay.
mean, these are triggering to not only me but a lot of other people. I mean, there is, I don't think there's at any time any right for anyone to make derogatory comments about anybody's body shape ever, nor is it my right as an audience member to make comments on your health condition when you did not give me specific rights to blast it out to the 2,000 people who might be in the broadcast.
Yeah.
Am I
I
wrong?
mean, no. I mean, your your thoughts on this are pretty straightforward, and I understand where you're coming from. Um, it's hard though because we all think differently. Uh, what bothers you might not bother me. Um, this, that, and the other. I'm trying to think of another example. Um, but yeah, I mean, it all boils down to
And
your own personal values and morals, I guess. Your own personal
and
values
I
and
think
morals.
I'm bringing this up not because I've encountered, clear cut reportable offenses. I'm bringing this up as a discussion around, people always have a choice about how they present themselves and what they say in public. I just want people to be more aware about the things that they say, that no matter how experienced, there will be days when, little things might get to me or you, or there are certain days that I might not want to talk about my ugly feet. Maybe like 360 days, I have no problems talking about my ugly feet. But what if there's one day when, I'm just having an awful day, and then they come in and say, you know what, your feet, your feet needs cleaning up. You shouldn't go online anymore. So, I mean,
your,
those
your
kinds of
feet
things are.
needs cleaning up. You shouldn't stream anymore.
I can't throw any other examples without incriminating folks. Um, or somebody says, Ella, you're really too short to be a streamer, why don't you find another job? I mean,
Mm.
things that obviously, I mean, in my case, it crosses the line of what is appropriate to throw out there to lob at broadcasters who are putting themselves out there to the audience. And I am so thankful 99.99% of you guys do not do that.